Alright YouTube, in this video we are going to see how to use Google Map API to add multiple marker. This is a shortcut tutorial. We are not going to see how to get API from Google. Instead I will leave the link in the description. Fine, let's get into it. We have three buttons. If we click on three buttons, the marker would show up. First time it shows the home, and the second time it shows office, and the third time it shows headquarter. Fine. Now you can see, and this is the link where you will get the API key. This is the API key, and this is a documentation of the map. I will leave the links in the description. Fine. Now let's get into the HTML. You can see I have saved it in a page called map2.html. It's in the desktop. To access it, I'll just give the name map2.html. You can see this is what the default is. It says the map is not loading because we have not passed the API. This is the API which I have got. Fine, let's paste it to the URL where it says, if you refresh it you can see the map. Now we have to remove this paragraph and we'll remove all the comments. Fine, now we are going to add buttons. To add the button, I have used the bootstrap CDN in the head section so that we don't have to style much. We'll just use the class to do it. We're going to add three buttons, and three buttons will be named as branch 1, branch 2 and branch 3. And now if you refresh you can see, if you click on it, it says hash. We don't want the hash over there, we just want it to do nothing. For that we would be adding javascript :void 0. If you click on it, it will show nothing. Use it for everything. And I have changed the color from success to danger and warning. I'm passing this button to a container, and this container will have a class text center, and you can see your buttons is horizontally aligned center. Fine, now we are going to see the script. So when the URL, you can see the script has a URL. When this URL loads, this URL will call a function called init map. It says there is a callback init map. So let's test with an alert. If you refresh it, it will call by itself script loaded and called function, which we have passed as the alert. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to get the lat long of all the places which we need to add in the map. The first one, to add it you just have to type in the Google as India lat long. So by this thing you will get the lat long in the Google itself. Take the India lat long along with some required places lat long. Like I have added India, Delhi and Kolkata and Mumbai too, by getting the lat long from Google. The next thing is, what we are going to do is, we are going to create a variable, or we are going to create an object, and this object will store the lat long in the key value pair. Fine, now you can see I have created the object. It has lat and long in the key value. I'm going to remove the variable because we are going to use this variable, or you can see we are going to use this object inside the function, so it gets the global scope. Fine, now what we are going to do is, we are going to create a map option, or you can see the option for the map, and it is also an object. And these option is for the map. I'm going to define the zoom level. For that, just type zoom colon 3. It starts from 0 and ends in 12. And we are going to center what we need to target, which location we need to target. I'm going to target the India. So after that, what you have to do is, we are going to pass the options to the function called map. Let's create a variable called map, and this map variable will call a Google class, and inside the Google class we have a function called map. And now we are going to pass the two options. The first option would be the options for the map, and the second one would be map, sorry for that, and the second one would be the position where the map needs to load. Here the map is going to load in the div with id map. So that's the reason I'm going to get the variable, I'm going to get the element, and I'm storing it into a variable called map element, and pass it in the first, pass the element in the first, and then the map option. Now in the map option, we have specified the zoom level and the center is India. So you can see when it loads the India in the center. we are going to add more. We are going to change the zoom level to 4. Fine, let it be India. Now you can see, now it's time to add the marker. To add the marker, we need to create options for the marker. It's also an object as we have created for the option map. Now it's option marker. The option marker will also have two key value pair. The first key value pair would be the position, where the where the map need to be placed, and the second position. And we are going to pass the map option. We are going to yeah, marker option to the to the function called marker. Fine, let's check. We have an error. Fine, we have just passed the map. We need to pass the variable. Let's check whether it is working or not. We need to I don't think we have to pass the map over here. We don't have to pass. Fine. Now if you click, it again shows the error. Let's check why. I have added the new here. It is not the view, it's a where. It's a variable, we have declared it. Fine, the the Mumbai shows up. Now when we click on the class branch 1, we need to call a function called home, or you can say branch 1. Fine, the same way do it for all the buttons. When the first branch loads, we want the marker to be in Delhi. The same way, when the second function is called, load the location as Kolkata. The same way you can do it for all the functions. You will get the source code in the description, and if you refresh it, you can see branch 2 place has changed, branch 3 place has changed, branch 1 place has changed. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe for more such videos.